saying one thing with one person, another with another, with the intent to deceive.
That's Esau right there.
So it's really about your speech, because you say one thing to one person, then you say another thing to another person.
Yep.
With the intent, and you know that you're lying to them.
Yeah, that's right. So like, perfect example. Satan, he's lying to his congregation about the name. And then other congregations lie about the Sabbath. We're telling you the name because that's the name we use. We're telling you the Sabbath because that's the Sabbath we respect. Tonight is the beginning of the Sabbath, and tomorrow is the end of the last month, and tomorrow night is the beginning of the new month. So it's going to be Saturday night to Sunday night, the end of this month. Sunday night to Monday night is the new moon.
Right, so when we tell you something, we have to make sure we establish the truth. And not be double-tongued, you know, like a snake.
1 Timothy 3:8. Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy or filthy lucre. You know what we haven't talked about? Be grave. The deacons, likewise must the deacons be grave, and that grave is being forward, telling you what the truth is, the grave truth. Look at that word, grave. Because we're telling you there's grave importance.
And the deacon is the server of Yahweh Shimon.
Here you have these Christian pastors. They want to be deacons and bishops and bullshit ass archbishops and popes and all that bullshit. Right?
So grave is reverend, to be venerated for character, or honorable.
Hey, we got to be honorable. So if we're telling you 2/3 are going to die, we have to honor them.
Or honorable of deeds.
Honorable deeds. There we go. So if we're telling you, you know, don't have sex on the Sabbath, we're not having sex on the Sabbath. We're telling you don't be homosexual. Bet your damn money, bet your life we're not being homosexuals. We tell you that we don't eat pork. Bet your life we don't eat pork. Now the other day, I was watching the commercial from Jake from State Farm, and they brought him a free pizza, and I was thinking about the pepperoni. I was like, man, it sure does sound good, but I'm not gonna eat no fucking pepperoni because we have to be grave. Where you want me to go now?
And it also said not given to much wine. You know, you gotta keep your spirit awake. You know.
And then wine is also philosophy. So do you think that we're men of the truth, and then we're in a secret society somewhere else? Like I don't go to I don't sign up for APG, which is like a Brotherhood for Game Foul Associates. I don't do that shit. And I don't go to the Masons Club. This is my club. Right when I said that, the sun came out and started warming me up. Where do you want me to go?
Genesis 4:11.
This is Genesis 4 and 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
So here it's saying that Cain was cursed from the earth. So what does it mean to be cursed from the earth? That means you're cursed all the days of your life.
Even in your regeneration.
Even in the regeneration. Because you're cursed from the earth. If the Most High says you're cursed, how are you going to leave, come back, and be like, oh, am I still cursed?
And that's why you Edomites want to go to Mars and the moon and different planets because you think that you're gonna be fine somewhere else. It's fucking crazy shit. Oh, he said curse from the earth, let's go to the moon. Or let's go to outer space, or let's go to Mars, where you can't survive. What a bunch of dupes. And then it says, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So that blood went into the earth and it's there forever.
So the earth don't like you, you know? Why would the earth like you if you're shedding blood on the earth?
Cursed from the earth. And that means when you take the herbs and the medicines and everything that comes from the planet, let's say everything that comes from the planet, herbs and all that stuff, and Israelite takes them, it's not going to do any damage. It's going to make you feel good. You're sleepy, whatever, hungry. It's going to make you feel the correct response. But if you're cursed from the earth, it's just going to be a waste of time for you. It's going to be toxic. Like you see, there was one guy who was taking too much colloidal silver and he turned purple. His skin turned purple. That's fucking funny. You're trying to be Barney the dinosaur? That was fucking dumb. Cursed from the earth.
And that goes into too about, you know how we were talking about the snake with a split tongue. Lucky. There's actually somebody who tried to do that.
Yeah. A lot of these punks, they call them punks, they put plates in their foreheads, plates in their ears, they slit their tongue.
There's a guy who has a split tongue, and then he tried to put two horns, and then he tried to get eyes, like devil eyes.
But you already got devil eyes, fool.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. You know, these people will try to do anything that's not natural. They'll go try to get they try to get stripes on their skin to look like a tiger. I heard that. Try to get a tail to look like a tiger. They'll file their teeth down so they can look like fucking cannibals. Doing whatever the most, man. But let's go to Genesis 4 and 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Just to say, you know what? I'm jealous of you.
What verse was that?
Genesis 4 and 8.
Yep, so the earth, it has a mouth, you know? It has a spiritual mouth, if you could see it, you know? Don't think that whatever you do on the earth, that the earth don't know what you're doing.
Damn. So, let me read this again. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, now let me get Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 3. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. So he said, curse from the earth, and there you are, curse from the earth. Genesis 4 and 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
So a fugitive and a vagabond, you're going to be in the earth. And a fugitive, you're on the run, right? A fugitive, he breaks out of prison and he's on the run, you know. And a vagabond, I'm going to get the definition because that's a good one.
Yeah, because you're a criminal, and you're Esau. Esau is the color red, and the color red is called crimson. And if you break that word crimson down, it goes into criminal. So there you go, homie. That's served up.
Like that song, Crimson and Clover.
Or Crimson Tide.
So, vagabond, it means a person who... Vagabond a person who wanders from place to place without a home or a job.
Man, that's Esau.
That's Esau because he don't have a home. Because even though he was born under Jacob, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was born under Jacob.
No, he was born under Isaac.
So like he was born under Isaac. He's a Hebrew, right?
Yeah.
But he ain't no Hebrew Israelite.
He's
He's a Hebrew Edomite. So even though he was born, you know, under Jacob, under Isaac, he don't have a home because the Most High disowned him.
Yeah.
He kicked him out. He kicked him out of his home.
Yep.
You know.
So
he don't got no job.
He don't got nothing. So what's our job? We got to prophesy.
and that's his fault because what did he do? He sold his blessing. You know. I want to go to Isaiah 14:12.
Isaiah.
Because Esau, he had the blessing, right? He could have had the inheritance of the kingdom, but he threw it away.
This is Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
So it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? You know, and let me get the definition for Lucifer real quick.
And if you were in a Christian church, you would be fucking scratching your head for like hours. What is that? All right. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
So, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And when you look up definition for Lucifer, it's halal, and it's light bearer, shining one, morning star. So, and also it says of the king of Babylon and Satan. So the king of Babylon, who is that? That's Esau. So Esau, he is that light bearer, but he's a wicked light bearer. The light from the left-hand side of the Most High. So that's all that Lucifer means. It's a shining one, you know, one who has a light.
I'm trying to find this. All right. Luke 10:18. Let me get Luke 10:18. This is Luke.
And when you think about the name Lucifer, in Spanish, a light bulb is called luz. You know, that means light.
This is Luke 10:18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So that's the Yahushua telling those apostles, man, look. And then he said it again in Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven? See?
Right, because heaven is what? Heaven is the kingdom. It is the kingdom of heaven on earth. And Esau, he had the inheritance to the kingdom. He could have went to the kingdom of heaven, but he sold that blessing, and he got kicked out, and he fall from heaven. You know, he fell from the kingdom.
So when you fall from something, you don't get it. You can't get it. Like there's a saying that, oh, you fell from the ceiling, or you fell from the top. You were on the top, now you fell from the top. And what do they say? I landed on the bottom. And what does the bottom mean? You're broke, you don't got nothing. What does the top mean? That means you got everything. So if the top is heaven, you got everything. He witnessed Satan fall, so he witnessed himself his birthright.
Yeah. That's why he's cursed from the earth. That's why there's no repentance for Esau.
What do you want me to go on now? This is Job. Uh, 18 and 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
So it said the light of the wicked shall be put out. So the wicked do have a light. But it doesn't mean it's a righteous light.
Nope.
Because there's different levels of brightness, you know. It's a light, but it's not the light of Yahushua. But this light is going to be put out, the wicked.
This is Proverbs 13 and 9. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out.
See, so there's two lights. There's the light of the righteous and the light of the wicked. So it said the light of the righteous will rejoice. That's what we're doing, because we found the light. And then the light, that's what we're trying to do, is put out that wicked light.
Yep. Trying to smother it.
With these scriptures. So with that, we hope it's edifying. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Makakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.